but I don't know if they're affiliated with their show. So that's probably not gonna happen. Nah, I like the new show that they're doing. I mean, they're pretty much doing his and hers, but at 6:00. And they've gotten rid of, and evidently ESPN has had a lot of budget cuts. And so there's a lot of cats that you don't see around there anymore. And, right, so what they're doing is the show that they had, his and hers, and they're doing it at 6:00. It's no different than his or hers, none, except they call it the ESPN 6:00 show with Mike and Jamil. So, yeah, I like it. I'm very proud of them, man. Anybody, I understand how tough it is to get in the door, as I said earlier. And so they're doing big things. Saw Jamel. Where did I see Jamel at? I saw her at the NABJ. And we talked about it. We talked about the things that her and Michael Smith are doing up there. We were at this little party. And, we used to bump into each other all the time at ESPN when we were doing First Take. And I don't think I ever worked with her. Like, I don't think she ever filled in for anybody on the same show that we did. But, like, we'd be leaving and she'd be coming in about to do something in the same studio. And so we used to talk and, had some very in-depth conversations about the industry. So she cool people. So I saw her at the NABJ, the National Association of Black Journalists conference, middle of last year in D.C., and good people. Really like her, man. Don't really know Michael Smith once again. Met him once or twice, but casual. I don't know that dude like that. And Corey, if they sing like they are sponsored by Nasal Drip Records, then we can ride it. Yeah, sir. From Corey, if they say South Carolina State has the best homecoming and proceed to play a snippet from middle school band, then we can ride on them. Yeah. I tell you what, man, you made me you made me want to bring up the South Carolina State Marching 101. How about that? Yeah, this is another benefit of having your own show. You can do it the hell you want. Let's see. SSC State band. Damn, I can't find it now. Let me listen to the Doug Stewart Show. Here we go, right here. Have you been? I can't find it. Damn. I'm sorry. I know y'all wanted to hear the Marching 101. From Fel Payne in the chat room on Spreaker.com, he says, I can get down with Bomani. He stayed in Atlanta for a while, so I feel like he can relate to us. Plus, dude is kind of funny. I hate his sidekick, though. That ninja can bounce. I guess he's talking about Dan Lebatard, who Jeff Fox talked about a little bit earlier. Bomani is real cool. When Bomani, it's crazy, 6 degrees of separation. When Bomani first got with ESPN, he got with ESPN as a writer. And, Bomani's kind of like damn near valedictorian, super smart ninja. Went to Clark, Atlanta, from Atlanta, but I think he kind of like grew up in Houston or something like that. But Bomani, he started out as a writer for ESPN, even though his background is like in business or something like that, economics or something, I don't know. And so dude, and I think I've told the story before, dude was in Atlanta for something, and somehow he got in contact with Shaggy, who was our producer at the time, and Shaggy was like, hey, man, I want to have this guy Bomani come in and just sit with y'all. He's a writer for ESPN. Cool dude. And it was like, okay. If Shaggy signed off on it, Shaggy know how we get down, so we thought it was cool. And this guy walks in, long, lanky, O.J. Simpson head, and sat down. We talked sports for I think he was in studio with us for probably an hour and a half, maybe half the show. So good dude. Big fan of Bomani. Yeah, from Wody504. What up, Wody504? I think you nominated for some boiled peanuts, man, but, I mean, you still my folk. Yeah, you are. Yeah. Wody 504 is nominated for Ball Peanuts for siding with haters in the chat room of your fearless host. He says, I got on the stews in 05 after I moved to Atlanta when Katrina hit. Never listened to any other talk radio before that. That's what's up, bro. I'm not riding my own jock without a helmet like we used to say back in the day, but I would bet that a lot of black people's first experience with AM talk radio was the 2 Live Stews. Right. Because we traditionally, historically, don't listen to AM radio. Why would we? It's super, super conservative. You got on there Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity all day long. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Although I used to listen to AM radio when I worked in the corporate world before we started doing radio, because I always had this crazy twisted thing where, I wanted to hear what the opposition was saying, what the other side was saying. I kind of wanted to keep the drop on them. So I used to listen to, and I've told this story before, I used to listen to Rush Limbaugh. I had a little transistor radio on my desk. This is how old it is. It wasn't downloading or MP3s or anything like that or streaming or anything. I had a little transistor radio on my desk, and I used to have it turned down very low, and I used to listen to AM radio. The Kimmer here in Atlanta, he's kind of like a conservative dude, and they did, he was kind of like, he did jokes as well. He was on Radio Forever here, and Bill O'Reilly, Hannity, what's the dude name? The crazy dude that does a conservative talk show late in the evening, sometimes at nights, depending on where you are. Michael Savage, for my AM radio listeners. So I've heard that a lot, too, over the years is, they've never listened to sports radio or AM radio until they listen to the Stews. It's very, very humbling. I appreciate that comment, Wody. From the People's Champ. What up, People's Champ? Looks like a new guy in the chat room. Thank you for joining us in the chat. He says, I first saw the Stews on First Take. I remember Ryan was there the day Jalen Rose embarrassed Skip. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I mentioned a list of things of why we're probably not on radio TV anymore. That's another one. And Ryan didn't even say anything, but he just sat there and goaded Jalen on. Like, I think, and this is no lie, you listen to the Doug Stewart Show, I think my brother told me, and I might need to get him on and ask him this question. We haven't had him on in a while anyway. He's too busy on the golf course. I think my brother told me that during the break before they came back, Jalen told him what he was about to do, and Ryan was like, yeah, go get his ass. Right. Right. I've talked about this a lot in my life, too. My brother's the biggest instigator in the world. Ever since he was a little boy, he had a talent for instigating and starting stuff. And I think he told me that during the break, Jalen was like, yeah, I got something for Skip ass. If people don't remember, Skip, Jalen Rose went at Skip. Skip was very critical of LeBron, maybe, or somebody. And Jalen came at him hard. And came at him hard about how he had never played basketball before and he averaged 2 points in JV. Skip made it sound like he was this great high school basketball player. Somehow Jalen Rose went up and dug up his stats from high school 1975. And like he was worse than LeVar Ball on the basketball court, averaging like 1.2 points per game. And so Jalen was like, yeah, he about to hit him with that, which became a big, big story. And he told my brother that during the break. And so they used to kind of like pull one of us off to bring in like an athlete. So evidently they pulled me off for that segment, brought Jalen in. And Ryan was right there by him. You can go to YouTube and see that, where Jalen Rose goes off. And my brother's right there with this little silly-ass look on his face. Like, yeah, get his ass, Jalen. That's why we ain't got no job now. For shit like that. Right. From Derek, doesn't deserve a BPA. Yes, you do, sir. The best episode of Stews is when they had the wrestling match on air. We never found out who won. No, actually, I won the first time. The second time is actually on video, where I tried to go for a belly-to-belly and it didn't work out. Yeah. So we wrestled twice in the studio. First time, I straight power slammed that ninja, my little brother, Ryan Stewart, my little big brother. But that one wasn't caught on videotape. Second time, he started some mess. He wanted to start with me, and we went at it again. And if you look at the video's on YouTube, Stu's wrestling in the studio. If you look at the video, my timing was off a little bit. And I went for the belly-to-belly a little bit too early, and a chair was behind me. And my brother just put his weight down on me. Yeah. I went for the belly-to-belly. Didn't work out. So it's on there. You can check it out. All right, let's get out of here and make way for my man, Jeff Fox.
When Tupac was around, he wanted to raise a nation of thugs. But, I think it's only right for me to raise a nation of bruh.
Yeah!
Frank Coleman, Ernest Just.
Yeah.
Oscar Cooper.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the show, the Doug Stewart Show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Shouts out to my man, Waterhead Walter, Pole Politicking, my consultant, Brandon Butler, John Gorenfeld, the webmaster, Dwayne Vasson, Gerald Oliveri, the engineers as well. Shouts out to all of y'all. Hold on, this is my favorite part of the song. Hold on one second. Hold on. Yeah! Yeah. Special shouts out to Pink Gator for this track right here. And a very special thank you to all of the Stewies, man. Without you, there is no me. Don't forget, coming up in about 3 minutes, the Jeff Fox Show, man. Make sure you follow WSME, the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Jeff Fox, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. A quick little hour. He'll chop it up with y'all. And then at 8 p.m. tonight, the Kicking It with Kesey Show, right here on WSME. We'll do it again tomorrow on a Friday, a fantastic, freaky, funny football Friday. Same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Peace.
Ernest Just, Oscar Cooper, Edgar Love, four founders, sons of blood and thunder. I'm wrecking for the Q, I know we make you wanna. When Tupac was around, he wanted to raise a nation of thugs. But I think it's only right for me to raise a nation of bruh. Frank Coleman, Ernest Just, Oscar Cooper, Edgar Love, four founders, sons of blood and thunder. I'm wrecking for the Q, I know it make you wanna. Frank Coleman, Ernest Just, Oscar Cooper, Edgar Love, four founders, sons of blood and thunder. I'm wrecking for the Q, I know it make you wanna. I'm always in the queue, but you ain't know. I'm resolute to the boot, you don't give me though. In that pack over there, that my dog team. Before I came out the womb, I had purple dreams. Schizo, that my line name. And A the Mule, that my chain gang. From my yard to any yard, I put that on my life. Q's going hard, a whole nation full of bruh. Do your duty, lift it up. This ain't about yourself, ain't about your kids. Jail as a unit, and we gon' run the ship.